What's up, everybody? Welcome to the last night of Cyber Camp. We are so thrilled that you decided to join us this week. Tonight, you're going to be hearing a lesson from Sam about Jesus being tempted in the wilderness. So please stay tuned for that. Also, you're going to see a craft done by Hannah and Dakota that you can kind of walk through. Parents, you can pause at any point during that craft so that you have time to kind of work through that with your kids. Also, Alyssa is going to be leading us through another activity. So again, if you need to pause at any point during that, feel free to do so. Again, this is our last night doing this, so we're so thankful that you guys decided to be a part of this, and we hope that it was a blessing to you. We hope that you enjoyed it. We know that we enjoyed putting it together, so I hope that it's a blessing to you guys. That's all I've got for now. I'll see you guys at the end of the video.
Hey guys, I guess you kind of caught me red-handed here. I ate all my chocolate for my s'mores. I knew Dustin had more in his cooler, so I thought he wouldn't be that mad if I just took one. I guess I'm really being tempted. And you guys probably know, a temptation is when you really want to do something, but you know that it's wrong. You know you shouldn't do it. Like taking your friend's chocolate without asking, that's stealing. You guys ever been tempted to do something that was wrong? Maybe to tell a lie or cheat on a test, or maybe even to get angry at your brother or sister and take something from them. We have all been tempted to do lots of different things. And actually, Jesus was even tempted. We talk about that in the book of Matthew. Chapter 4, verses 1 through 11, where Jesus has just been baptized by his cousin, John the Baptist. And God opens up the clouds and he says, in this great, marvelous voice, he says, "This is my son, with whom I am well pleased." He's very proud of his son, Jesus. But for Jesus to be able to save us, we all have to know that he can be tempted and still not sin, that he's perfect. So let's read about that story here in Matthew 4, 1 through 11. Then the Spirit led Jesus into the desert to be tempted by the devil. Jesus ate nothing for 40 days and 40 nights. After this, he was very hungry. The devil came to Jesus to tempt him, and the devil said, "If you are the Son of God, tell these rocks to become bread." And Jesus answered, "It's written in the scriptures, a person does not live only by eating, but a person lives by everything the Lord says." Then the devil led Jesus to the holy city of Jerusalem, and he put Jesus on a very high place in the temple. And the devil said, "If you're the Son of God, jump off. It's written in the scriptures, he has put his angels in charge of you. They'll catch you with your hands, and you will not hit your foot on a rock." Jesus answered him, "It also says in the scriptures, do not test the Lord your God." Then the devil led Jesus to the top of a very high mountain. And he showed Jesus all the kingdoms of the world, and all the great things that are in those kingdoms. And the devil said, "If you'll bow down and worship me, I'll give you all these things." And Jesus said to the devil, "Go away from me, Satan. It's written in the scriptures, you must worship the Lord your God and serve only him." So the devil left Jesus, and some angels came to Jesus and helped him. You see, Satan tried to tempt Jesus with things that Jesus wanted. The first thing was, Jesus was in the wilderness by himself. He didn't eat for 40 days and nights. That's crazy. I mean, sometimes I go without lunch and I'm starving. I can't imagine what Jesus must have been feeling. So then when Satan comes and says, "Hey, turn these rocks into bread," he's really trying to get Jesus to eat and trying to get Jesus to break his vow of fasting. And so what Jesus does, how does he defeat Satan? He uses scripture. He basically says, food is not the most important thing. The most important thing in this life is listening to what God says. And Jesus wasn't eating because he was trying to rely on God and focus on him instead of thinking about just what his body needed. The second thing was Satan told Jesus to jump down from the top of the temple. And you might think, why would anyone want to jump down and hurt themselves? Well, if Jesus jumped down and people saw angels catch him and carry him away, then maybe they would believe that he was the Son of God. And even though Jesus did a lot of miracles and a lot of great things, a lot of people didn't believe in him and still don't believe in him today. So maybe this would be the easy way to get people to follow him, but Jesus says, no, that would be testing God, and that's a sin. And then number 3, Satan tried to get Jesus to bow down and worship him for all of these kingdoms. And you say, well, why would Jesus want that? Maybe because we know Jesus came to save the world, but to save the world means he had to die on a cross. And if Satan just gave him all the kingdoms of the world, it would be the easy way. But it wasn't the right way, because Jesus still had to die for our sin and for the bad things that we've done. Jesus had to come back to life so that we could have life with him. And so each time, Jesus stayed strong because of 2 things. One, even though he was alone in the wilderness, the last verse, verse 11, talks about the angels coming to help him and giving him food. God was always with him. His Father was always watching over him. Jesus was never really alone. And so he found strength from God. And number 2, Jesus knew the truth. Satan tried to lie and tried to trick him, but Satan knew what the Bible said. Or Jesus knew what the Bible said. And so Jesus was able to defeat Satan in all of his lies. And so our story, our lesson for today, is that when we're feeling tempted, when we're feeling tired and alone, and things are just really making us want to do the wrong thing, God is with us. He will give us strength. And if we know our Bibles, we can know the truth and we can find ways to fight back against Satan. Guys, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for coming to Cyber Camp, and we hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey guys! It's our last day of Cyber Camp, so what we have planned for you guys today is you're going to be making bird feeders. So what you'll get is a bag of bird seed, some peanut butter, and a cup that you'll be able to hang up anywhere to feed the birds. So it might be a little messy, so sorry parents about that. As you can see, Cody already made a mess, so yeah, that's great. Anyways, I'm going to take it over to Cody. Cody's going to show you how to do it.
Okay, so you'll have your popsicle sticks and you get some peanut butter on it, and you'll just spread it on the cup, and then you're gonna take your cup and roll it in the bird feed so it sticks, so your bird feed sticks, and then you got your bird feeder.
Alright, just make sure you have a paper plate or something to roll it in, because that will be better and less messy. Alright guys, that's all we have for you guys today. I hope you had fun. I know we did. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!
I got it. I got it. Come on. Yes, I caught a fish. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. We are going fishing. So first you're going to need to take the pieces of paper that you have that have the fish shapes on them. They probably don't look like this, but you're going to have to cut those out, and you're going to have to put a paper clip on the tip of each fish, like so. There you go. And we have 2 different versions of this game today. We have one for the younger kids, one for the older kids. Feel free to do either of them. It doesn't matter your age, it's just one of them is a bit easier. The one for the younger kids is a bit easier. The one for the older kids is a bit more difficult. So, I have a basket here of paper fish. So once you cut out all of your fish, and you put the paper clips on them, you are going to spread them out on the floor or on a table. Doesn't really matter where. It would just be, I think, more fun to put it on the floor and be sitting in a chair and try to get them. So for the easier version, you are going to take this wooden dowel rod that has a string and a magnet tied to it. And basically, you're just going to go fishing see how many fish you can get with the magnet, or you can also play trying to get them from one side of the room to the other, or just from one place to another. You can do that as well. You can even try to do trick shots, like if I was sitting in a chair, I could turn the other way and see if I can get fish. You can also get multiple of them at the same time, which is pretty fun. Maybe, if I can do that. There you go. So you got 2 of them here. So there's a lot of different things you can do. For the older kids, you're going to need 2 pencils. Doesn't matter what end you use. I'm going to use the eraser end because I think it'll work a little bit better. And you guys are going to try to pick up the fish, and it's kind of difficult. Not going to lie, it's kind of difficult to do. So I can't do it. I'm having trouble. You're not supposed to use your hands, but I just did. So you're gonna, it's fine. So you're gonna try to pick up the fish, which, like I just showed, it's kind of challenging. So don't get super frustrated with it. Just keep trying to get it. And you can bring it from one place to another, or just see who can pick up the most of them and put them in a certain place in a set amount of time. It could be a minute like we've done with the other 2 games, or it can be longer than that. It does not really matter where we do that, so that's cool. And you can just play with your friends or just go fishing, because why not? And just maybe get as many as you can on here. I think 3 for me is kind of the max. So yeah. So that is the final game. I hope you guys have enjoyed this and that you can play these games, have some fun, especially since going out isn't necessarily the ideal thing right now. I hope you guys can have some fun with this.
Hey guys, we did it. That was night 3 of Cyber Camp. We're so glad that you guys decided to join us. We hope that this was fun. We hope that this was encouraging. And we hope that you guys had as good a time as we did, because as we were putting this together, we were super excited. So we hope that this was a blessing to you guys. The other thing that I'm super excited about is I got my chocolate back from Sam. So as I say goodbye to you guys, I'm going to be enjoying some Hershey's chocolate that I'm not actually going to use for s'mores. This is snacking chocolate. I hope that you guys have a great night, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, that is so good.